Hi, Prema Gurreri, Vedic Astrologer, Soul Purpose Mentor, Solutionary.com. So I want to just say happy Eclipse Day. It's August 7th. We're having a lunar eclipse today. We've got a bigger eclipse coming up, a solar eclipse on the 21st, and I'll be speaking about that later. But this eclipse is really calling you to listen close. Listen close. In Vedic astrology, this eclipse is happening at 21 degrees of Capricorn, aspecting Cancer, and it's in a lunar mansion that is called Shravana. And it's really about that which is, there's a Sanskrit word called Shruti, which means that which is heard. Shravana is information coming in that you would hear, you sense, but it's on a quieter level. So you're going to want to take time today to really tune in. Meditation, some quiet time, some time in nature, but to listen in to those messages that maybe you haven't been hearing that are trying to come through. And especially if there's something that you're really, isn't clear for you, closer in. Now, having said that, I also want to remind you that eclipses are a time of deep change. So this whole month is your sea legs on, you're going to go with the flow. That doesn't mean you don't stay on point for what you're focused on, but things are going to change, and we're not going to see the changes fully roll out until we get past these two eclipses. And once we get into September, October, we'll start to see how these changes are going to take place. The change that happens for you personally really depends on your soul blueprint. It depends on your chart. It depends on your sacred wealth code. And I have to look personally at your chart for that. But collectively, this eclipse will affect us in the area of government, career, organizations, home and property and family. Those are some of the general areas, and listening in close. A lunar eclipse actually has the ability to block the consciousness. In a shadow period of time, which is what eclipses are, both lunar and solar, you can't see as well in a shadow period of time. So you don't want to make important decisions during the eclipses. Now, the shadow period of time is also good because sometimes we don't see things clear enough, which isn't useful when we want clarity, but sometimes it's useful. It's one of the divine's ways to keep us from maybe moving in a direction that isn't right for us. We can't clearly see the path. So if you can't see something clearly, I want you to wait. I want you to sit with it. I want you to open up and wait for it to become clear, and then move forward. So aligning right now inwardly, opening up to your own emotions. This is always an emotional eclipse, but also protecting yourself from other people's emotions by really choosing who you are going to expose your energy to. You want to practice some spiritual protection. That's always praying, bringing the light around yourself, being willing to let go of anything that is keeping you from really being listening in close right now. Get out in nature, spend some time tuning in. This eclipse will be able to be seen only from Asia, Australia, Africa, Europe, not from North America. And eclipses, where they are seen from, or the shadow they cast on the earth, like the solar eclipse will for the United States, is where they have the biggest impact. So it is a shadow time for the soul. But in the shadows, not so great for making clear decisions. But also, when your attention is taken away from the clarity that you might see in front of you, you can turn your attention inward and see what you're being called to listen more closely to, or to hear. Maybe some of those answers you've really been looking for. Okay, I'd love for you to post what it is that's coming through for you today, what you're hearing, or also any questions you have right here in the comments. So much love to you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.